Fourth and one team. Yo, Peggy. Yo, Cam. I do got a question about this NFL thing, right? So, with the owners meeting happening, and they're talking about this 18-game season now, is the risk worth the reward? I mean, I don't know, but of course, I'm just sitting here in Chicago. Cam, what's up?
Great question. Yeah. So, it's not confirmed now, but they are discussing up to 18 games. What's your thoughts on that, Rich?
First off, shout out to Shot Town. Chirac. But shout out to the peoples, that insert or submit their fan question of the week. I think it's moving more to 18 games. And I'm gonna give another thing that the league is trying to push. More international presence.
Yeah.
Will not be surprised within the next 5 to 10 years, the NFL has an expansion sector in another state outside of domestic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like outside of a domestic state.
Yeah. So in another country, outside the United States, yeah.
But it will have to make sense for preparation and turnover time. Because if somebody's playing in London, when it's day and like the hours are so different, so who they gonna go play?
That's true.
Or who gonna go play them? Like those are the things that you got to think about. Now, as far as 18 games, business is booming if you're trying to give more games because they know that it's a demand for that. In other leagues, they sit up here trying to take games away.
That's true. It's costing us too much. But what you think that the outcome of that will be? What's the cons?
They're gonna have to hit it early in regards to taking away preseason games.
So more real, like less preseason games, more.
Because let's just be honest, preseason ain't even preseason no more. Look at a situation like Cincinnati Bengals. Look at a situation like Los Angeles Rams. Sean McVay does not play starters. He doesn't. The first full game or the first live reps in a game that said players, the Devontae Adams, the Puka Nakuas, the Matthew Staffords, have is week 1. So when you have a product like that is proven, that is always in, playoff contention, like why are we wasting our time in preseason?
Do you think they could potentially? I don't even know how this works, but it just came to mind that I know they have one bye week, but that might have to implement.
You just gotta.
Because the physical, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta double up. You gotta double up on buys already, right? But then you have to also factor in when does the season start?
Yeah.
Because carrying out a season past early part of February.
Yeah, they're gonna have to start earlier, like you said.
You see what I'm saying?
But they might need to push. Yeah, they're gonna have to shift a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Or not just the time difference, not just eliminating preseason altogether. The NFL needs a development league.
They do.
So whether it's the UFL, the XFL, the PFL, Vegas Football League.
You're right. Yeah, you never survive enough.
Yeah, that's all hell. You have to understand, like with those guys that's being prepared for said NFL, every league has it.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Los Angeles Rams. On the visiting sideline, their head coach, he's hoping his guys will put forth a winning effort despite being out of the playoff race with just 3 wins on the year. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And a good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels,
okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? You talk about this Rams defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year. That's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. And the Rams had 14-2 heading into this final week. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Again, they run with Campbell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
At the Chiefs' 36-yard line.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he is caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. From the 8, they've got it first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll run. It's Campbell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal from the 2, and they're going with a jumbo set offensively. They'll hand this to Campbell, running right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on first.
A 25-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Stanley. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Austin McNamara now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. Nice punt, but good work on the return to give back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Shifts past him at the 45. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Actually winds up getting 8 there.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run up the middle with Campbell. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And just shedding him off there. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. They'll drop the throw. And it's caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They go play fake. Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. Still on his feet. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. We know he's got the arm, but watch out for those wheels.
Kind of harkens back to guys they used to call the scrambler and the dodger. This guy can make it work with his legs.
Field opened up. He took advantage. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Mahomes. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Mahomes will do it himself. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Rams offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he comes into this final weekend of the season as the NFL's leader in passing yards as he looks to end his strong campaign on a high note. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
A gain of 8 yards. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st Let's go now. The 42-yard line.
19-18.
They go up the middle with Campbell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Now 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and fight for it here with Campbell. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A gain of 2 on the play.
They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's good for the Rams.
They'll give to the big man, Campbell. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
Right back to him on first down. And able to work his way down to the 16. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. With his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Animated series. Clay-based trailer.
This taken in right around the goal line.
That clay-based trailer.
Escapes the defender.
And again,
And he'll be tackled just shy of 25. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in his first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Mahomes going to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Rams offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you can see finding the end zone hasn't been much of a problem for him. He enters his final week of the season as the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. From the 29, here's the 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Rams. First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Terrence Ferguson. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 53 yards.
That's another Rams.
Come on.
Back to throw. Touchdown! Sam Laporta with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Rams are able to stretch out their lead.
Chiefs 6. Joshua Purdy to kick off for the Rams.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
The ball on the 32. It's second and 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And a first down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From the 21, here's second and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
First and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
On the ground is Jarquez Hunter. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. This is second and 8.
Brings up second and
Again on the ground with Hunter. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
gain of 6. That's good for a Rams first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on second and 4. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Brings up third down and 4.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Hey, motion.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 18. And the Rams first down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He was brought down by Jaquan Brisker.
Got ready.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Chiefs.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
40-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And that last penalty makes his third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
TJ Sanders. A gain of 4. Brings up 4th down.
They throw it out right complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Rams first down.
They'll look to throw here. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
And the Rams got it. They bring it down. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback. What hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks? This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could hope for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
On the handoff, here's Campbell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he is caught. He's got the first down and more. And down to the 27-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 27. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Hunter going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Campbell. And different running back, same result as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? On the run is Campbell. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
Joshua Carty on for the
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. KC's offense ready to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's caught. Jack Bash with it. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. That's to Bash over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st down, Kansas City.
Mahomes now to throw. Finding room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
To number 88. A gain of 11 on the play. And the 1st down, Chiefs.
Throw left side complete. That's Stanley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
Again, he'll drop to throw. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Chiefs.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Rams force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that.